Hi, and welcome to this week's movie news. Coming up in the programme, Martin Scorsese is to direct a Grateful Dead biopic, the late David Bowie is set to get a new immersive documentary, and another instalment in the Lethal Weapon franchise is in the works. First up, Martin Scorsese is to direct a new musical biopic about the iconic rock band The Grateful Dead, with Jonah Hill attached to star as the band's frontman Joey Garcia. The Grateful Dead formed in the San Francisco Bay Area in 1965 and became one of the key symbols of the counterculture upon releasing a debut album in 1967. This project will reunite Scorsese and Hill for the first time since The Wolf of Wall Street in 2013. As well as directing, Scorsese will also serve as a producer alongside Hill. The movie is being developed at Apple, where Scorsese is also currently working on his next film, Killers of the Flower Moon. Next up, the late great David Bowie is to get a new film based on thousands of hours of rare and unseen footage. Director Brett Morgan has been working on the project for the last 4 years, which a source close to the production critically describes as neither a documentary nor biography, but an immersive cinematic experience built in part upon thousands of hours of never-before-seen material. Sources also say that live concert footage will play a key role in the film and that Morgan is eyeing an IMAX release. Moving on, Deadline are reporting that Amber Seeley has signed on to direct McFarlane Entertainment's Nod If You Understand. The thriller heading into production next year will tell the true story of the relationship between heroic NWA stewardess Tina Mucklow and the mysterious hijacker known as D.B. Cooper. The airplane hijacking, which took place on Thanksgiving Eve 1971, is the only unsolved case of air piracy in the history of commercial aviation. As of yet, there is no release date for this project. Next up, after the first Lethal Weapon film released over 30 years ago, Mel Gibson is now in talks to direct a 5th instalment in the series. The 5th entry has been in development for several years, with Richard Wenk writing the most recent draft of the script. Richard Donner, who directed and produced all 4 previous Lethal Weapon films, had been working to develop a 5th instalment, but he died on July the 5th, 2021, at the age of 91, putting the plans in limbo. Speaking at a recent event in London, Gibson let it slip that he would be taking over directing duties. He was developing the screenplay and he got pretty far along with it, and he said to me one day, "Listen kid, if I kick the bucket, you will do it," and I said, "Shut up." He did indeed pass away, but he did ask me to do it, and at the time I didn't say anything. He said it to his wife and to the studio and the producer. So I will be directing the 5th one. Finally, Chris Columbus, the director of the first 2 Harry Potter movies, says he would love to have his 3-hour cut of The Sorcerer's Stone released. While the theatrical cut ran for 152 minutes, Columbus has said that his original cut was 172 minutes, just 8 minutes short of 3 hours. One of the characters that was cut from the film is Peeves, the mischievous poltergeist that haunts Hogwarts School, who in the 3-hour cut was played by actor Rick Mayall. Now let's take a look at a selection of new movie posters that have been released this week. Spider-Man No Way Home has got a new official poster. There are 2 new posters for the highly anticipated The Matrix Resurrections. And Guillermo del Toro's Nightmare Alley, starring Bradley Cooper and Cate Blanchett. There has also been a selection of character posters released for this film as well. Next, Netflix's Don't Look Up, which shows the star-studded cast. Two new movies from Amazon Studios have got new posters. The Tender Bar, directed by George Clooney and starring Ben Affleck. And Being the Ricardos, directed by Aaron Sorkin and starring Nicole Kidman and Javier Bardem. Moving on to the charts, let's take a look at last weekend's box office top 10 chart in the US for the 12th to the 14th of November. Marvel's Eternals remains at number 1. Clifford the Big Red Dog has debuted at number 2, pushing Dune, No Time to Die, Venom and Ron's Gone Wrong all down by 1 place. Kenneth Branagh's new movie, Belfast, comes in at number 7. And then the top 10 in the UK. The top 3, Eternals, No Time to Die and Dune, all remain in their same places from last week. And Venom drops down 2 places from 4 to 6, after Spencer and the Boss Baby sequel knock it down. And also, let's take a quick look at the market share of physical media for week ending November the 13th. DVD is at 67.1%, Blu-ray is at 27%, and UHD is down a bit this week and is at 5.9%. That wraps up this week's movie news. Join me next week for another look at the latest stories. If you enjoy this type of content, why not consider subscribing and hitting the like button? It's really appreciated. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy your movies. Bye!